Welcome to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. The season reaches a conclusion with the showdown we have for you in the Liberty Bowl. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he has a very interesting game plan here today. Their wide receiver, coming off that Heisman Trophy win, still wants to be on the field for his teammates. This is an opportunity to continue to show people what he's capable of. So I have a lot of pride, and I'm going to show them why I'm the Heisman Trophy winner with my performance in this bowl game here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Gamecocks offense will come out first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with
maybe some room here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. On the ground, it's Clark. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bolden. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll send the back in motion. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space.
There he goes. He's at the... and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Buffaloes offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Here's Lewis to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Young. He found the hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they... the ball, so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wants to return it. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Quickly complete. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to run, it's Clark. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Young. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Hit as he throws. Got his man on the right. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Lewis. He'll heave it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Lewis to throw. Right on target this time. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Play action with Lewis. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news?
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Makes the grab in the corner.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Sellers. Going for it all. Makes the grab down the left side. Here he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. First play of the period will be a second down. That's caught by Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. On the gun on third down, Lewis. He's got him in the flat. Smashes through the tackle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Buffaloes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The run inside. It's Young. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the offense on second down. Here's Lewis to throw. Over the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The inside handoff. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing, Lewis. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. On the gun on third down, Lewis. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Could be an alley. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab in their space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Sellers. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Sellers. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Pocket breaking down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lewis. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. 3rd down from the gun, Lewis. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Play fake, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Sellers. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to escape and get it himself. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. This will likely be the last play of the half. Sellers. Bringing the heat. Avoids the pressure and gets away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Now back to your game inside Liberty Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. Here's Lewis to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Williams open on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running inside, it's Clark. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on him. Trying to buy time. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Grab behind the line. It's Harbor. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Sellers on the play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Escapes the pressure going right. Gets the first himself. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it in. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Swings it out to his running back. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Looking for the edge, it's Young. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Lewis. Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Young. Wide open on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And these running backs, they practice with receivers now. They're running routes all the time, and you see, they give him the football out in space. He knows exactly how to run routes and how to do damage.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Guys, down on the home team sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now to see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, in the 1st half, they had a hard time trying to contain this quarterback because of his speed. But here we go in the 2nd half now. They need things to start happening. And finally, they were able to get to him and bring him down for a sack. They're trailing in this game. You just get the feeling, guys, if they're going to come back and win, this defense is probably going to have to register a few more plays.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Play fake, Lewis. Caught by Williams on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So we open the final period with a third down play. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Buys a little time with his feet. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just...
Gonna take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Sellers to throw. Under fire. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Lewis wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks.
Got a little grass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Buffaloes are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lewis. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. looking to throw on first down. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose on the right. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Sloppy execution the last time they had it, David, wound up with a scoop and score, but they just can't let it unravel.
And those sting. Those hurt because not only did you create the turnover, and you gave up points. So now, critical for this offense to take care of the football moving forward.
I think it's important, too, David. They've got to be patient and make sure they're taking advantage of the right looks. You can't try to get that touchdown back on one play and all of a sudden force the ball into double coverage. Just take what the defense gives you and trust your coach.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Young. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Lewis on the play action. The sure hands, it's Atkins. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're...
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here's Lewis to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. To the air again, Lewis. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking for an open area to his left. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Sellers. Under fire. Got the first down himself. Breaks into the open. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Quarterback moving. There's some room. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football.